Hey guys, my presentation is on the movie Invincible. The movie Invincible is about Vince Papale. Vince is a diehard fan of the Philadelphia Eagles, and after a horrible season, the Eagles decide to hire Dick Vermeil as their head coach to try to turn things around. Vince is very talented at football despite not playing in college. After he's out of work and his wife leaves him, he decides to try out for the team when they hold an open trial. He ends up making the team and being a key part of the first win of the season. The first concept that I wanted to talk about is mental toughness. It's the first concept that is displayed in the movie, and mental toughness is basically an athlete's ability to cope with pressure, rebound from failure, and persist in the face of adversity. Vince has to show a lot of mental toughness throughout the movie. He has a lot of bad stuff that happens to him. He's hardly making any money. His wife leaves him, his teammates hate him, and he has a lot that he has to overcome. And this clip demonstrates part of the mental toughness that he has to overcome during his first game of the season. This clip captures how much mental toughness that Vince had to show. Outside of all the life problems he had to overcome, he also had a lot of pressure on the field. His first game was against the Dallas Cowboys, who were really good at the time. He wanted to prove to the world that he deserved a spot. He played bad at first, so he had to overcome scrutiny from his coach and his teammates. He overcame this by playing much better than this game and winning the game for the team. The next concept I want to talk about is motivation. Coach Ramel tries to motivate the team intrinsically. He wants the team to be motivated from within. It was a tough time in Philadelphia at the time this movie took place. A lot of people were losing their jobs. The Eagles had been bad for a while, and it was really tough on the city because they're very passionate about the team. He uses this and all that is going on as a way to try to get the team motivated to play their best. Vince also uses intrinsic motivation because he has a note left by his ex-wife telling him that he is a failure, and he uses this as motivation to prove her and everyone that has doubted him wrong. This clip shows this.
Soul of this team again. Soul that drove great Eagle players. Players like Norm Van Broxton, Tommy McDonald, Steve Van Gillen. Weren't just out here playing for themselves, they played for a city. People in Philadelphia have suffered. You are what they turn to in times like these. You are what gives them hope. Let's win one. Let's win one for us. Bring it.
And then that clip just showed how the coach uses motivation, how Vince used motivation, and this next concept that I'm gonna talk about is team formation. This is team formation is a 4-step process. Vince has to go through all of the phases in this movie. The first phase is forming. This is when the team comes together. In the movie, this happens at the first practice. It is Vince's introduction to the team and the players at the first practice with a new coach. The second phase is storming. This is when the team starts to have conflict. This happens with Vince. The players hate him and don't think that he should be on the team, and they reject him. They also lose all 6 of their preseason games, and they lose really badly in their first game to the Cowboys. The third phase is norming, when the team starts to come together. This happens at the end of the movie during the first game. The team is motivated to come together and give the city something to cheer for. The last stage is performing, which happens after they come together, they go out and play well, and they win their game. This is also the stage where the team finally starts to set Vince after he wins the game for them. This clip demonstrates his final phase. The last stage, which is reform, which this clip shows, happens as they come together and they go out and play well and win their game. And then this is where they finally sit Vince, and I thought this clip really showed this really well. And then the last concept I want to talk about is coaching style. The coaching style that Coach Vermel uses is cooperative style. A cooperative style of coaching is one that is willing to listen to other coaches and players' opinions and what they think. They're not stuck on only doing it the way they want to do it. They consider what other members of the team have to say, and Coach Vermel really displays this. He doesn't really use a command style because that's more authoritative and controlling, which he doesn't really use that style. And this clip shows this.
Good job's hard enough. A guy like Papali actually wants you to establish yourself. You got Mr. Toes, media, everyone breathing down your neck. Good share of the veterans don't even like him. He's got heart. People don't want heart, Dick. They want wins. Hey! Needed this. Yes. Right over there for the back we found it, all right?
They wanted to bring it different. Oh. It's for the lake?
Oh, those bullets. Scream.
You look exhausted.
Thank you.
What's going on?
We're thinking about
Really? Is that your decision?
this time it's
But you said he was somebody who could build a team.
there's a lot of other things to consider here.
What was it that you used to say to kids at Hillsdale High? Character is tested when you're up against it.
That's the problem here. It's got plenty of characters.
You said I was talking about him.
In this clip, it demonstrated his willingness to listen to his other coaches. He did not make the decision by himself. He includes the other coaches in the process. He considers what his wife says about pick and bench, which he does end up doing. This willingness to listen to other coaches demonstrates how he is a cooperative style of coach. He listens to other people's opinions and is willing to consider what they have to say. And that concludes my presentation. And I thought it was a really good movie, and it showed a lot of useful things that we learned in the class. And thank you for listening.